Hello and welcome to another episode of Wargames Geek. Today I'm showing you my 1920s Prohibition era Gangsters for skirmish wargames using the Mad Dogs with Guns rules. All of these figures are from the Slice of Americana range of figures from Blue Moon Manufacturing, and they all come with their own individual bases fixed. And you may have seen the street cop I painted in a previous video that I did in a sort of slightly darker colour. These guys I've done in sort of slightly lighter blue, and I think it just takes this quick shade dip a bit better. These are all done in strong tone quick shade, and as you can see they've got their own sort of bases that look like pavements, and I've just put him on a 20mm circular base just to give him a bit of height. And so yeah, that's the cops from the Slice Americana range. And so the buildings I've used are from Sarissa Precision, and the vehicles, the police trucks, the old 20s police trucks, I've managed to buy from just from eBay. I sourced them on eBay, and I looked up 28mm. The best I could get was 1/48 scale. So again, this is the police building, and what I've done here is I've just found some sort of posters and bits and pieces like that I've stuck on the building. I've just done a base coat of blue undercoat spray, and then a matte varnish on that. And I've just picked out the sort of details of the different floors, the two white stripes going around the building. And as you can see there on the side, I've just done a wanted poster. I'm just going to turn the building round, and so you can see here what I did was I just went on to Google and Googled a load of images of wanted people. So there are John Dillinger and others, and just basically scaled them down and stuck them on the side of the police building. I think they look quite good, and they do sort of give it a little bit of something that sort of makes it stand out, I suppose, rather than just a plain blue building. And there's old Capone at the end there on the right hand side. So yeah, these are genuine posters that were on Google. And then turning the building around, this is the back view, and I've just picked out some bits in white, the window frames and the sort of ledges of the different floors, just to give it a bit of depth, and rather than it being plain boring and blue. And then next on the table we have the FBI characters, or G-men, government men as they were known in the 1920s. Just zoom in there and you can see that they were painted to a nice tabletop gaming standard. And we'll have a close look at one of those in a moment. Just zooming back out then, just to give you a view of the vehicles that I've bought there. Again, they were from eBay. And the search that I did was for 1/56 scale, but there was nothing, so 1/48 scale is the sort of next closest thing to 28mm, and I think they look really good. I found the posters online by doing a Google search, and just printed them off and stuck them on the side of this kind of warehouse building, and I think they look really good actually. Give it a nice bit of colour to the gaming table. This is a close-up view of one of the FBI figures, or G-men, government men, within the range, and what I've done was I gave him a green base coat for his suit, and then like a beige for his hat and matching jacket or overcoat, and then I've shaded him, and I think he looks really good. I'm pleased with how he's turned out. He's had a matte varnish as well, just to sort of take the shine off of him, and I'm really pleased with that. The second FBI figure I painted in uniform grey primer, and then just picked out some colours for his hat, his waistcoat underneath, and his shoes. And really that was pretty much it. Not much else to do with him. So that's the FBI figures within the range, and we'll now have a look at the actual mobsters themselves. And here we have our gangsters. I'll start off by having a look at the building that I put together. This again is a building from Sarissa Precision, and part of the City Block range. With this one, what I've done is I've just done an undercoat primer of brown, and then I've just picked out red just to try and give it a bit of colour, again make it look sort of something decent on the table. And the building itself is pretty good actually. You can take the floors off and you can put figures inside. For this one I've just taken some Google images again and stuck them on the side to make it the American diner and the old style sort of Pepsi Cola sign as well. So just to give it something, makes it look a bit of interest on the table. So at the front again, here we are. We'll have a look at the building, and we'll have a look at the insides in a moment as well. And you can see the figures look quite good there, sort of sticking their guns out the windows, and our pal on the roof there as well. So all good stuff. I'm really pleased with how they look, and a bit of interest for the gaming table. So taking the roof off then, if you look inside, I haven't done anything inside at all. I've left them completely bare. You could, if you're really interested in that, you could put some tables and chairs in there, or make some some scenery for inside. I just wanted to keep it empty for wargaming purposes. So that pretty much covers the buildings themselves. Just try and keep it as simple as you possibly can, so that you're not spending hours and weeks and months doing buildings. So let's have a panorama around then, all the buildings I've got. So you've got the diner, you've got a couple of apartment blocks here, the police station, another apartment block in the corner, or offices, whatever you want it to be. And then we've got our warehouse building at the end with the posters on the side. This is the view from the back of this building. It's got a sort of loading bay area, and the doors you can open and close. What I've done is I've just set it up as a little sort of diorama, if you like, for the cops and these gangsters having a shootout where they're making their moonshine. And on the left hand side you've got a guy with a Tommy gun and a couple of others with rifles, and then the cops in the foreground here taking cover behind some vehicles to return fire. So that pretty much sums up my Mad Dogs with Guns game. Please do subscribe to the channel, it really does help. Thank you.